Grow Garden is dead. This game, which just a few months ago used to average 1 million players every single day and get 10 to 20 million players with each new update and admin abuse, this game was not only the biggest game on Roblox, but also the biggest game in the whole world, with 22 million concurrent players at one point. But now the game only averages around 30,000 players, and if lucky manages to crack maybe 100,000 on update day, but usually not even that. This has to be the biggest fall off of all time. But what went so horribly wrong? I mean, this game had it all. How did they manage to fumble this badly? It was not as simple as summer being over and people going back to school and work, cause other games like Steel Brainrot and 99 Nights, which also had their big success around that time, is still really popular to this very day. There are a few reasons as to why Grow Garden fell off. Number 1. Repetitive updates that lost the core gardening focus to pet collecting. These days the game feels much less like Grow a Garden and more like Grow a Pet. Number 2. Jandal, the face of the game, stepping away to focus on other projects, with Dubig taking on larger roles, and Dubig did what Dubig does best, ruining the game with over monetization, and way fewer OP seeds are being stocked during admin abuse events now, alienating free-to-play players. Despite the game being basically dead at this point, the Grow a Garden community is still alive, and there's still a demand for a garden game on Roblox, which is where a development team called Dawn Digital comes in, as they have made a game to try to recapture the glory days of Grow a Garden, and it seems to be working as the game got 100,000 players on the first day. Hello everyone, it's your local lunatic here. I make videos reviewing Roblox games, and today I'm gonna be checking out the spiritual successor to Grow a Garden, Garden Horizons. I know I put Grow a Garden 2 in the title, that was a little bit of clickbait. The game is not an official sequel, it's a spiritual successor, made by entirely different developers, but it might as well be called Grow a Garden 2 cause that's basically what it is. I mean, it's the exact same gameplay of purchasing seeds, planting seeds, waiting for seeds to grow, harvesting them, selling them, and repeat. And the UI is in the exact same locations, as this game is literally just Grow a Garden but better. Look at the map, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous. It actually has thought and effort put into it. It's like a jungle island with massive trees everywhere, cliffs, beaches, and water, and there are buildings around. Got a little town area right here with a fountain in the middle that guides you across the map. This actually feels like a world someone would live in. Whereas Grow a Garden, you have a green base plate, and that's it. That's the whole map. Well, until players join with their ginormous gardens, which stick out of their plots, taking up half the map, making it impossible to walk anywhere, as well as lagging the whole server. This game has actually fixed that issue, with there being a limit on how many things you can plant, and also the plots are way further away from each other, and only loads when you're there. With this game literally just being Grow a Garden, I don't think I really need to explain how it works, but I'm gonna do it anyway to extend the runtime of this video. I already gave a brief summary of the gameplay. Well, I say brief as if there's anything else to it, there isn't. These games are very simple. You purchase seed, plant the seed, wait for the seed to grow, harvest it and sell it. And that's it. And then you just purchase better seeds and just keep going like that forever or until you get bored. There's no real goal in the game. You just keep playing and growing your garden until you're satisfied with it or get sick and tired of it. Whatever comes first. And of course, just like in Grow a Garden, you can't just purchase the seed whenever. You have to wait for it to get in stock. Yeah, the stock system is here too. Still not a fan of it. I didn't like it in Grow a Garden and I don't like it any better in this game. I still think it's one of the stupidest systems in any video game ever. I hate not being able to make progress at my own pace. I know these games are not meant to be played for more than 5 minutes at a time. It's the type of games you play for a little bit here and there when you have a break. But one big problem with that is that you don't get a notification about when the good seeds are in stock. So how are you supposed to know unless you monitor it 24/7? The only way to get notifications about it is by joining dedicated Discord servers made by people who do exactly that, monitor it 24/7. Enough about the stock system. I rant enough about it already in my Grow a Garden review. It is what it is, I guess people like it. Personally, I find it really boring, but I do realize I'm in the minority here. More about the game, this game also has weather events like rain, thunderstorms, snow, sandstorms, and starfall. It does the same as it does in Grow a Garden. It gives you crops different mutations and increase their worth. There are also gold and silver mutations, which can happen at any point by chance. Something I thought was pretty surprising is that the game doesn't have any pets. Grow a Garden has pets which can boost your garden growth and give your plants different mutations. They're a big part of the game. Some might say too big. They're such a big part of the game, in fact, that the game is not really about growing a garden anymore. It's about growing pets. Not really that either. I don't think anyone actually grows pets in the game. They just gamble for them, trade them, and sell them on eBay for hundreds of dollars. The game has turned into Adopt Me with a bunch of rare valuable pets people are willing to pay ridiculous amount of money for. We don't need another Adopt Me on the platform. The one we already have is too much. They're just pixels on a screen. Go take care of your real pets instead. The poor things are starving. So that could be why they decided not to add them. This game is supposed to recapture the glory days of Grow a Garden after all. back when the game's focus was on gardening, but who knows, maybe they're planning on adding pets in a future update. I don't think Grow a Garden had pets either when it first released. The developers of Garden Horizons have addressed a lot of the issues people have with Grow a Garden, and have fixed them in their own game like the previously mentioned pets. Though this could just be temporary, they might be planning on adding pets in the future, but it'll probably be like how the pets were when they were first introduced to Grow a Garden, boosting your garden and such, not really stealing the spotlight and become the main focus of the game. The game also isn't nearly as pay to win as Grow a Garden is. It's a little pay to win. You can purchase any seed at any time with Robux and fully grow your entire garden for Robux. And it also has a few Robux as seed pack loot boxes. It's not too bad though. Not nearly as bad as in Grow a Garden. For example, you can't steal anyone's hard-earned crops, which is a massive W. And the developers actually stock OP seeds during admin abuse. Yes, this game does admin abuse. Of course it does. Every game on Roblox does admin abuse these days. And of course the one that's a spiritual successor to the game that started this whole trend has to do it too. The first admin abuse event they did was really cool. Had giant versions of two of the developers battling it out, reminiscent of the Jandal vs Sammy fight in Grow a Garden. There were tsunamis, lucky blocks and meteor showers, so it sets high expectations for future events. Let's hope they can keep it up. The game managed to reach over 1 million players during its first admin abuse and update. Will it be able to reach the same height as Grow a Garden did? I guess only time will tell, but I think it has a good shot. This might be a little too early to say with the game only having had one update so far, but so far at least they seem to be prioritizing adding a lot of permanent content to the game instead of just a bunch of limited time events, which was another problem Grow a Garden had, relying heavily on FOMO, the fear of missing out. In their first update they added a throw wall, which is great because even though I went into this trying not to make it as messy as my garden in Grow a Garden, it still turned out like this. And there it is, that's Garden Horizons. I think it's a pretty good game. Definitely not my type of game, but I can see why people enjoy it. It's a very cozy and relaxing game. I think it's a lot better than Grow a Garden, at least Grow a Garden in its current state. This game really does capture Grow a Garden's short-lived glory days. Hopefully it managed to live a little longer than that game did, and hopefully they don't sell the game to Too Big or any other big studios on Roblox, cause that will probably ruin the game. Big studios just want to make their money back, and as a result they ruin the game. There have been some rumors that Jandal is trying to purchase the game like he did with Grow a Garden. I don't know if there's any truth to that or not, but that's a rumor that's been floating around. There's also been some rumors of an official Grow a Garden 2, with apparently Jandal being back and being a collab with Sammy, the developer of Steal a Brain Rot. There's actually some evidence backing this up, with a leaked group with the two of them in it, as well as the owner of Do Big, which isn't great but expected. There's also been some leaked gameplay with it seemingly having a big focus on stealing, kinda looks like a Steal a Garden. It's Grow a Garden, but with the stealing mechanics of Steal a Brain Rot. Interesting for sure. I'll probably make a review on it once it comes out, if it's real that is. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to like and subscribe, let me know, as well as click the little bell icon to be notified every time I upload. It would be greatly appreciated and really help the channel. Bye bye!